Alan, back at home for the first, home midweek league game that you've had this season, obviously off the back of an entertaining game, as you said, on Saturday. So, quickly looking at that, obviously now you've had a bit of time to reflect on it, review it and everything like that. How do you sort of sit on things looking back?
I think it was a deserved point, without a doubt, but not happy with a lot of the out-of-possession stuff. That's a certainty. I thought we were a little bit naive in some of our play defensively as a unit, as a team, as a unit. There's a lot of individual chasing, and we need to get that right at this moment in time. That's something that we've discussed in quite a bit of detail, to be honest, in the meetings. So we've just got to get that right. It's in possession. We're an exciting team to watch, especially in the top end of the pitch. And we've got to, like I keep saying, we've got to get our best players on the ball. But we're going to come up against some difficult opposition on Wednesday. I know how well they play. They play some really good football, probably similar in style to ourselves, similar formation. So it'll be a real good battle. I'm really looking forward to it, and hopefully we can get the result that's required.
Yeah, you mentioned that out-of-possession stuff there, but in terms of that attacking sense, that in-possession stuff, there's not too many teams in the division that have hit double figures for goals scored so far, and you're one of them, so it must be pleasing on that front that, as you say, you're getting that exciting football going forward, especially in recent games as well.
Yeah, as I say, that's a big thing. So, because for me, if you're scoring goals, you've got more chance of winning games. Simple as that. It's when you come unstuck and you're not scoring any goals, that's when you probably do find yourself struggling. But like I said, I knew what I brought in. I knew that would be good to watch. I knew that we would score goals, we'd be creative. But we need to make sure that we keep that back door shut. And at this moment in time, it's probably a little bit too easy to score against us. And other teams could probably say the same thing. I think Aldershot will probably say the same, and probably Alton will probably say the same as well, that they're a little bit too open to play against and concede too many goals. But I think that's because people want to play football, they want to play exciting football, and I don't mind them type of games. It's the ones where we get stifled out a little bit, where we struggle. But I'm really happy with where the group is. Disappointed with the injuries we've got, without a shadow of a doubt, because I think that would make us even better. But it's part and parcel of this game in this league, playing Saturday, Monday, Saturday, then Wednesday again is a little bit mad. But it is what it is. We dust ourselves down. We'll keep getting on with it. We'll keep battling on and keep surprising people.
Yeah, you touched on Altrincham tomorrow a little bit there, of course, but how are you looking ahead to that? You mentioned there, style-wise, I think the games between Gateshead and Alty in recent years have always been that sort of battle of possession, and two teams who are generally scoring quite a lot of goals, although I think they're in a little bit of a rebuild process themselves at the minute as well. Yeah,
I've known Phil. I've played against his teams many a times when he was at Nantwich and I was at Blythe, so we've come across each other quite a bit, and they play really good football, good possession team, and they've always been good battles. So I'm expecting another good battle, like you say, possession-based football. We've got to try and mix that up. We've got to make sure that we don't make mistakes. We've got to make sure that we're not the team that's making mistakes, that's conceding a goal. If we get that out of our game, I think we probably would have been sitting in a lot better goal difference. That's a certainty. So it's going to be a tough game, without a shadow of a doubt. All the games in this league are tough. It doesn't matter where you are, who you're playing. It's always a tough game, but it'll be a proper footballing game tomorrow. There could be a little bit of a tactical thing that could win it, or it could be a bit of magic that wins it. So, or it could be a mistake that loses it. I think it could be one of them games tomorrow night. So, but I'm looking forward to it. I think the fans should be looking forward to it after what the lads have put on show recently, and hopefully we'll see some more goals.
Yeah, and in terms of how things have gone so far, obviously you're only 6 games into the season, the 7th tomorrow now. How do you feel things have gone on the points front, the performances front? Because I think it's safe to say there were a few neutrals, a few spectators probably writing you off before a ball had been kicked really at the start of the season, but all things considered, it's been a fairly positive start.
A really positive start for us, but I didn't doubt them. I knew what I was bringing in. I knew the players that I'd brought in, and obviously a lot of people didn't know some of the players, but I did. And again, I was always going to bring people to try and score goals. That's the way I've always been, and we'll always get written off, and rightly so, probably because of the budget that we've got and what we're working with, and the foundations that we're working under. But that's what I love about this group and the core that's been here. Them love the matter of getting written off, because I love proving people wrong, and that's a big motto of mine, just trying to prove people wrong, and we'll continue to do so. But I still think there's massive improvements to be done with this squad, and if I can add a couple of more experienced players, which would keep trying, we're getting there slowly, if we can add them in, then I think we could be in for an exciting season.
Yeah, and you mentioned obviously a few injuries you're contending with at the minute, which would of course help if they were available. I know a couple maybe, well, slightly longer term-ish maybe, but how are they sort of looking at the minute in terms of how long they might be absent for? And obviously Max Melbourne sounded like he could be potentially the longest one at the minute.
Yeah, I think Max is going to be the longest one. Dom's probably three to 4 weeks max. We're hoping to get Butts back on the pitch against Middlesbrough. That could be his first little outing. If we can organise a game beforehand, then great. Joe Grayson possibly round about that time as well. He could be back training round about that time. So getting them back, Ty Newton's taking a little bit longer. He's keep having a little setback with it's more of a tendon in his thigh than a muscle. So he's having a little bit of a problem with that. He's had a little bit of an injection. He's going to have another injection and then I think another one after that. So it's just getting, if you've got them players back to the squad that we've got, like I keep saying, I think we'll go from strength to strength, and I'm keep nibbling. I'm keep trying to bring a couple more in just to keep us strong, because say we're down to 18 at this moment in time, and we know it's needed. But I've got to give credit to the young lads because they keep standing up and they keep battling, they keep getting knocks, but they keep going. So really pleased with everything overall, but I still think it can be a lot better.